It's good to be back. Welcome to another episode of Squirmy and Grubs. After our last video, I think we're developing a bit of a series here.
Are we?
And the series is really big things that happened in our life that we didn't tell you about at the time.
Oh.
But now that time has passed, we felt comfortable telling you.
That's true. We started going back through things being like, what else haven't we talked about that are important to us? This is one of them.
This is a juicy boy.
It is.
So you might want some napkins because things are gonna get messy.
Ew.
That is the grossest image. When I said that, I imagined you just chomping into something juicy.
Yeah.
I like a big mango. And it just...
I just had a mango for breakfast.
Let me see if I can make anyone watching sweat. Hannah bites into a giant, juicy mango.
It's dripping down my forearms.
Down her face. This has nothing to do with the video for today.
No, it really doesn't.
Can you talk a little bit more about the mango?
No, we're gonna move on from the mango now. We are going to talk about something that happened less than a year ago.
Yes, almost a year ago.
Almost a year ago now.
And it involves trolls.
It doesn't everything.
In our life, everything seems to involve trolls.
If this is about when we almost quit our YouTube channel.
Yes.
And, of course it involves trolls.
I don't even like giving them that name, though.
I've
said that before. Let's just call them mean people.
Yeah.
Mean people with nothing to do.
I've always said that. Trolls is a word that we should not be using. Sad people.
Before we explain what happened, I think we should do a little disclaimer about why we're making this video.
Yeah.
Because whenever we make a video about trolls or mean people
that mentions any of that, yeah.
Mean people being mean, we get tons of love and support from most of you, but we also get lots and lots of comments that are like, stop giving them the attention, don't worry about them.
That is my least favorite comment, I think.
Other than the troll comment.
Well, no, it's close. It's close.
But we don't make these videos to glorify being mean to people online. We're not doing this because we want the trolls to know that they affected us.
Yeah, and people saying just ignore them. That's not helpful. That just feels rude. That feels like we could be ignoring them, but we're unable to, so therefore we're failing. It is really, really hard to have hundreds of terrible things said to you every day and just ignore it, and those flippant comments are so not helpful. So yes. I think that's what we're talking about, is the people that are like, don't talk about it. Don't think about it. It's a pretty huge aspect of our lives.
And the purpose of our channel is to show you what our life and our relationship is like.
Yeah.
And a big part of that, because we're YouTubers,
yep.
is that we face thousands of mean people that love to be mean to us.
Yeah.
Simply because I'm disabled.
Yeah.
Hannah is not.
Yeah.
And they think that we are lying about our relationship.
Yeah.
So
we can't talk about our trip to LA and then not talk about this. These are all of this is really important in our lives. So we're going to talk about this.
Educational, and I think today's video is going to be fun, even though we're talking about a moment that really, really upset us, made us almost quit YouTube.
Yeah, you almost lost us there.
I think enough time has gone by that we can joke about it now, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah. Well,
we'll see. It was a big deal. We'll see. Hello. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
It's time
to talk
about
our lives.
All right. So if you've been following us for at least a year, you will know that last spring we moved from our first house together to our new house, and my parents also moved into this house. So
yes, we bought a house together with them.
Yeah, my parents sold their house, we sold our house, and we moved in together.
Yes.
So we had our house before, the house that we lived in before, and we had some experiences with people sending us messages, texts, whatever, with our address, and sending my parents' address to us as well.
Yeah, just people being creepy. and saying like, you know, I'm coming to your house, like I know where you live.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna exploit you and like prove to the world that you're fake. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And then in addition to that, we've had a few experiences over the years where nice people have come to where we live. They find our address online and they stop by to be friendly, but it's really actually just creepy. Like showing up unannounced at someone's house that you don't know.
Yeah. And it makes us just feel very vulnerable because even though they're friendly, there's a lot of people who really, really hate us. So it's, you know, it's nerve-wracking to be like, oh, it was that easy to find.
I know. Yeah. So that was like very top of mind as we were buying this house.
Especially because we were buying it with my parents and we were like, we do not want to put them in harm's way, them in a position where they feel unsafe. Like we didn't want them to experience that at all.
Yeah, and it was like such a big deal that the four of us met with a lawyer and talked about these fears and these worries that we had and said, hey, what can we do to buy this new house privately?
Yeah.
Like, you know, celebrities, not that we're celebrities, but like celebrities have ways of buying houses and like keeping their address private.
Yeah. Or they at least try to.
As everyone should be able to, you know?
I know.
And so we asked the lawyer about how we might be able to keep our address private. Oh.
No.
Oh, no.
It almost just sent that to a girl I used to lifeguard with. How do we keep our address private?
You should say that on camera.
I just did. Siri just activated because of something Shane said, and it was sending a text to someone that I haven't spoken to in years that just said, how do we keep our address private?
I would love to see their reaction opening that from
She'd
you.
Be like, what?
Okay, whoops.
Okay,
right.
I'm just going to put that back over there.
Anyway, we met with a lawyer.
Yeah, so the lawyer told us how to do this. There was really only one way we could do it, and we, with my parents, formed an LLC, and that is what we bought the house through. It was obviously very complicated, and like there were multiple channels, whatever. But essentially, we bought the house with an LLC that was like owned by us and my parents.
Yes. After working with the lawyer for quite some time.
Yeah, like 2 months.
Yeah, like finally finding a solution that would allow us to have a private address and all this. We were so happy.
Yeah.
We felt safe and comfortable and successful in that. And so we moved. We bought the house and we were so happy.
And it was really complicated. Like it was a lot of work to get this right. It was a lot of work for even just our realtor and the closing company because it wasn't a normal thing for them what we were doing. And especially with it being like 2 different households coming together, it was just a ton of work. So many people worked on this and like put energy into it, and we were all so happy at the end when it worked out.
So we're YouTubers, and moving to a new house is part of our life, and we have to share that with all of you.
And I will say, we didn't say that we were moving until after we had moved.
That's
because we I mean, for various reasons, that safety was one of them. But like, it was hard for us to keep that secret for months leading up to this date. So when we finally moved, it was private, it was done. We were so excited to share it with you guys.
Yeah, and so we were cautious about how we handled it. We were like, all right, we're not gonna like show all of the house.
Yeah.
We're gonna like.
We won't show the front.
Yeah, we'll just, show the areas that we want to, let you know that we moved, not say where, stuff like that. But, we did all this stuff with the lawyers, so like, we're safe.
Yep.
So we made the first video about moving to a new house, so we let you guys know.
I think we sat here-ish in this room, and then we showed the kitchen.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I guess so. To my horror, maybe
3 minutes in.
3 minutes in.
Yeah. Into the video being live, like we published the video.
Right, yeah. I began seeing comments from mean people, trolls, whatever you want to call them, sharing the address of our house.
Yeah.
My stomach sank through my butt, through my wheelchair, all the way down, through the base of my wheelchair, through the floor, into the basement.
Yep.
I could not believe it.
It was not a fun day at this house.
And
we were so happy too. It was such a letdown.
Not only were they sharing the address, but they were sharing like very rude judgments of the house.
Yeah.
And of the fact that we are successful and make money. They didn't yet know that we bought the house with Hannah's parents.
Yeah.
And they were saying all kinds of untrue things, and they had our address. Like,
yep.
Could not believe it.
And then our address, like, we can delete those comments, but people started making videos about us with the address in it. There were forums all over the internet that had our address in it, talking about our house, like things that we can't control. We can't report it. Like, nothing can be done. It's just there. And then there were some people who saw these comments and messaged us in a nice way, letting us know that they had very easily found our address for themselves by going into recently sold on various apps like Zillow.
Which is something that we never fathomed. I didn't know that was a feature of Zillow.
I didn't either. And I certainly didn't think that anyone would use their time to go into house selling apps, look at recently sold, and then try to figure out what kitchen belonged to the house.
Yeah.
Like
comparing photos from the listing to like glimpses of the house that we had shared in the video. It was just so disheartening.
Yeah.
After all the work that we put into it for privacy and safety, to then immediately have all these mean people just finding it anyway. And
and having to tell my parents.
And using it maliciously,
Yeah.
We were mad.
Yep.
And
we were done.
We were done. I was like, you know what?
Not worth it.
Maybe we just need to not be YouTubers.
Yeah.
If sharing our life online is going to result in people being malicious towards us.
What's the point?
Because they don't like the fact that I'm disabled and Hannah is not.
Yeah.
Why do it, And we took over a week off.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, we were done. We were not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
We obviously came back.
Once we cooled off, we came back,
I will never forget the dread I had about telling Hannah that it had happened.
Yeah.
When I read the comments, I was sick to my stomach.
Yeah. I mean, we had just, I don't think we can emphasize how much effort had been put into concealing the location of our home. And so for it to immediately be such a thing was just our stomach sinking through the floors.
So then we moved 8 more times with 8 different LLCs to obscure the address even more.
Yeah.
We're now somewhere in Alaska, and I'm telling you that because we're not. We're actually in New Mexico.
Oh, God.
But that's what happened, and that's how we almost put YouTube.
We almost did. That was almost the final straw. I don't know what brought us back. I think we were just okay,
I think we didn't want to let them win. You know? We realized this is just more proof that the work that we're doing needs to be done. We need to make ignorant people not ignorant.
And it's kind of fun to be on people's nerves this much for just being ourselves, It really is just absolutely, our families can't believe how upset some people get that we that's So,
it's a fun topic of conversation.
There's humor to it.
When we're not mad.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what happened. Let's end it with a reminder to be decent.
Yeah, go get a hobby.
People.
That came out ruder than it was supposed to.
Be decent. Go get a hobby. All right, everyone. Enjoy your hobbies. Thank you.
Bye.